first musical speech is coming from Stephanie Johnwell, not Johnson, Johnwell. Her speech is to entertain or to amuse. And speech title, it's communicated. Not everything out of order. She's from the Advanced Communicator Program. The title is If I Only Knew. Loving, caring, dependable person. I enjoy life, meeting new people, and taking you, enjoying new ventures. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Stephanie.
Life has a way of showing us things that we never did. Life has a way of presenting ups and downs, twists and turns, that if we had to do it all over again, would we? Fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, if I only knew then what I knew now, there may be some things about my life that I would change. By a show of hands, how many of you, when you were a kid, wish that you could just grow up right away? Yes. How many of you, now that you're grown up, wish that you could go back to being a kid? Exactly. Being a kid was so tough. At the same time, it was a lot of fun. It was fun because you had the opportunity to play with your friends. After school, we would go out, do our chores first, and then run out and play with our friends, and we had a lot of adventures. I would ride my bike with my best friend. We'd end up across town doing probably things we should not have been doing, but we enjoyed life. The hard times of my childhood was that my best friend and I always found ourselves defending ourselves against other girls. For whatever reason, maybe because we were considered popular or whatever their problems were, they became our problems. We didn't go around looking for fights. We didn't go around picking on other people, but they always seemed to pick on us. What I didn't know then, that I know now, and I wish I would have known, was that they were just as scared as we were. How many of you have ever been in a fight when you were growing up? Did you win?
Mm-hmm.
Did you win?
Yes.
Did you lose?
A lot more
You
person.
won sometimes? You lost sometimes? Anybody else? What was it like? It's scary, right? I remember every time I was faced with an altercation, I was so scared. My heart would pump quickly. I would stand there and I'd wait for them to hit me first because that's what my mother told me. You don't start them, but you better finish them. And quite frankly, I don't recall ever losing any, but I was always scared. And it's not something that I enjoyed doing. I did not like confrontation. I would try to avoid it, but I was the quiet one who you truly should not have messed with. That was a part of my childhood. Going into high school, I really had no direction. I had a 3.95 GPA. That was considered pretty good. I graduated close to top of my class, but I didn't know what I wanted to do after graduation. I finished high school at the age of 17. I started college. Again, didn't know what I wanted to do. I found myself always running. I went to 3 different high schools. I lived with my mom, then I lived with my aunt, then I lived with my dad. And I finished high school in Los Angeles. Prior to moving to Los Angeles, I ran track when I was in the 9th grade. Was okay at it. I can't say that I was the fastest kid on the block. I was not, or else I could have avoided more fights than I did. And I played basketball. I was on a junior basketball team when I was in the 9th grade, and because these girls always wanted to confront myself and my friend, I was told the next fight that you get into, if you do, you were going to be expelled from any sports at all. That's why I decided to move in with my aunt and go to another high school. I tried out for the basketball team. I was on varsity basketball in the 10th grade, and I was pretty good at it. The one thing that I lacked was defense. I couldn't dribble that well, but I could shoot very, very well. I didn't want to practice defense, dribbling the ball, that is, with the JVC team, because I didn't want them to know that I lacked that skill, so I would avoid that as well. Moving forward to the 11th grade, I decided that I wasn't going to play sports anymore because it was time for me to be a girly girl. Prior to then, I used to climb trees, jump fences, and do what boys did, ride go-karts, have a scar to prove it because I fell off of one, and I just enjoyed that. In high school, in 11th to the 12th grade, I focused on my academics more so, but I kind of wish that I could go back and continue with basketball because I was quite good at it. The other thing that I used to like to do, which I still do now, was write poetry. What I didn't know then that I now know was that you keep at your craft, that way you get better. I would have kept going and going and going. I pick it up and put it down, I pick it up, I put it down. Moving on to adulthood, I didn't know that there was so much responsibility. Wow, had I known that, I probably would have taken something to slow down my growth and stayed in high school for a longer period of time. What I didn't know going into marriage was that you don't need to sign your name on everything to be a union. I remember when my husband and I first got married, everything, my last name was Carter at the time. I would sign Stephanie Carter and everything because it validated who I was. It validated the fact that I married this man for the rest of my life. So I thought. Had I known then, like I know now, that you're also responsible for the bills should your marriage not work out. So I probably should not have signed my name on everything. Because once that marriage was dissolved, the creditors started coming after me. And if you're the one, the responsible one, who tries to make payment arrangements to satisfy these bills, you're the one they're going to come after. So I say to you, if you don't have to sign on the dotted line, don't sign on the dotted line. I have a brother and sister-in-law who, with every bill they do, they both save up for the thing that they want to buy. So they're equally responsible for it. Guess what? They have no bills. And they have great credit. So should their marriage ever dissolve, they've been together over 30 years, I hope it doesn't, they will walk away debt-free. By the way, this speech is 8 to 10 minutes, I forgot to tell you. Now, when I moved back to California, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life then. I was very young. I had been working for a while. I was a single parent. And I decided to go back to school part-time because I didn't want to take time away from my daughter. Again, I went back to school when I was 17, but quit to get married. If I would have known then what I know now, I probably would have stayed in school and finished my college degree right away. But I decided to put love before academics, and I chose that route, became a parent, and voila, I'm now responsible for someone. They say it's never too late, and I'm a firm believer in that. There's so many people who say to me, I don't know how you do it. It took me 10 years going to school part-time while working full-time and raising my daughter to acquire my first degree. Was it worth it? I say yes, because it opened a lot more doors for me. But I didn't stop there. I continued in school while my daughter was in high school, all the way through high school, stopped for a year when she was in her senior year, went back and then got my graduate degree. Was it worth it? I say yes. It opens more doors for me. Having gone through life, acquiring the things that I've acquired, I've been in 10 roles within my company. I've been with my company 25 years, and I've amassed a lot of accolades in my career. I'm single, I'm not married. I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and she said to me, do you believe in prenups? Now, I've thought about this for a long time. younger and I was in love and the sky was the limit and it didn't matter what he brought to the table, at least he brought something that was okay. Prenup was a sign to me to say that you're already given up before you even get started. But when I learned that she herself had acquired all that I acquired and then some, 2 homes, etc., got married late in life, only married for 2-3 years and it didn't work out, she had to buy him out. Even had access to her pension, which she had accumulated over 25 years. I'm glad I know this now, because I wouldn't want to know it later. If I were to get married again, if that should be in the stars for me, definitely I would sign a prenup. It's better to do those things when you're in love and everybody's happy, rather than when you're departing and people are fighting, because people go for the juggler. I'm sorry to say that. She wishes that she knew then what she knows now, because she wouldn't have had to buy him out and let him have access to everything that she worked so hard for in life. So I say to you, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, if you had to do it all over again, think about it before you do it. Back to you.